tasted heaven. But the real magic happened when they started layering flavors together. Imor's bright citrus dressing drizzled over roasted vegetables, Jock's crusty bread pulled hot from the oven, Dudukwi's spicy glaze sizzling on the roast, and Chaba's stew bubbling like a song. They moved in harmony, passing utensils, sharing sips of wine, and stealing bites off each other's plates. Someone would tell a story, someone else would burst into song, and the whole room would roar with laughter. At one point, Dudukwi tried to teach everyone a little kitchen dance. Half salsa, half don't drop the soup, and it became impossible to stir without. Hadzabe music, the ancient soundtrack of survival, spirit, and community. The Hadzabe people of northern Tanzania are one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer tribes in the world. Living near Lake Eyasi, they maintain a way of life that has remained largely unchanged for thousands of years. Central to their cultural identity and community life is music, a powerful, expressive tradition that brings the tribe together and connects them with nature, their ancestors, and each other. The role of music in Hadzabe life. For the Hadzabe, music is not a separate art form, it's woven into daily life. Unlike modern societies where music may be confined to concerts, recordings, or entertainment venues, Hadzabe music is functional, spiritual, and communal. It is not performed in the conventional sense, it is experienced and lived, often spontaneously. Music is used for celebration, after a successful hunt or community gathering, storytelling, passing down tribal stories, myths, and history through song, rituals and ceremonies, including rites of passage, healing dances, initiation, and weddings, bonding and play, around the campfire in the evening, singing, clapping, and dancing. Spiritual connection, songs are often directed toward spirits of the forest, ancestors, or used in rainmaking rituals. Instruments, rhythm from the earth. Most Hadzabe music is vocal and percussive, made using the body and natural instruments. Instruments are few but deeply symbolic and effective. Drums, often crafted from hollowed logs and animal skins. Used for rhythm in group dances and ceremonies. Gourds and shakers, filled with seeds or pebbles to create percussive textures. Hand clapping and body stomping, a fundamental part of rhythm making, often performed by everyone present. Wooden flutes and bows, rare but used occasionally for melodic lines, sometimes mimicking bird calls or forest sounds. Despite the simplicity of tools, the music is rich, layered, and emotionally resonant, creating an immersive experience that resonates through the open bush. Music is oral tradition and education. In the absence of written language or recorded archives, music is the Hadzabe's living memory. Songs serve as oral textbooks, teaching how to track animals, what plants are edible or medicinal, tribal history and legends, behavioral codes and social expectations. Children learn by watching and participating, absorbing rhythm, language, and cultural meaning from a young age. This ensures that traditional knowledge is passed from one generation to the next in an engaging and unforgettable way. Dance, the movement of spirit and joy. Hadzabe music is almost always accompanied by dance. It is not choreographed but rather intuitive, flowing with the rhythm of the drums and the song. Dance reinforces unity, everyone joins in, elders, women, children. Energy release. After a long hunt or ceremony. Spiritual engagement, used in trance or healing rituals. The atmosphere during. Dental click, similar to tisk tisk, disapproval sound. Lateral click, like urging a horse to move, tisk tsk, but more side tongue. Alveolar click. A sharp pop made with the tongue against the roof of the mouth. Palatal click, a more complex, tongue-curling sound. These clicks are fully integrated into words and names, not added for emphasis or rhythm. That means a name like Ghana or Zoni includes click consonants as essential building blocks, just as English names have vowels and consonants. A linguistic mystery. The Hadza language is one of the most enigmatic and isolated on Earth. It's classified as a language isolate, which means it has no confirmed relation to any other language family. Though it shares the use of click sounds with Khoisan languages, mainly found in southern Africa, linguistic studies have shown that Hadza developed its click-based system independently. This has fascinated researchers and anthropologists for decades. The fact that the Hadzabe language has survived millennia without writing, and that it's only spoken by around 1,200 to 1,500 people, makes it a living linguistic fossil, a window into early human speech patterns. Names with clicks, identity through sound. In Hadza culture, names are deeply tied to identity, environment, and ancestry. Many Hadzabe names are impossible to write accurately in the Roman alphabet because of these clicks, which means their true pronunciation can only be learned by hearing and mimicking it from native speakers. For example, a man's name might be Kuda, with an alveolar click at the beginning. A woman's name might be Noma, starting with a lateral click. These are not nicknames or special terms, they are formal, everyday names used in introductions, storytelling, and ceremonies. To a Hadza person, these sounds are second nature, but for outsiders, they require careful listening, practice, and respect. Mispronouncing a click in a name can change its meaning entirely, or make it incomprehensible. Why it matters. Preserving the Hadzabe language and its clicking names is not just a matter of academic interest, it's a vital part of protecting indigenous identity, cultural sovereignty, and human linguistic heritage. In a world where thousands of languages are going extinct due to globalization and assimilation, the Hadzabe language stands as a symbol of resilience. Europe, Africa, listen closely to their incredible click-based language. Reflects their deep cultural heritage. Watch as they gather around the fire to prepare a freshly hunted meal, cooking with nothing but natural tools and age-old techniques. Meat on bone fire the result? A flavorful, nourishing feast straight from the wild. This video is not just about food, it's about survival, community, language, and connection to the land. Whether you're passionate about indigenous cultures, fascinated by bushcraft, or just curious about life off the grid, this is a powerful look at real, raw human life, far from modern convenience. Travel deep into the heart of East Africa and spend a day with the Hadza tribe, one of the last true hunter-gatherer societies still living as humans did for thousands of years. In this documentary-style video, you'll witness the Hadza's extraordinary connection to nature, from tracking and hunting wild animals with handmade bows and poisoned arrows to preparing delicious bush meals using natural ingredients. Hunting and harmony, how the Hadza tribe hunts, cooks, and shares a baboon meal. Deep in the wild savannas of Tanzania, the Hadza tribe, one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer societies on Earth, continues to live in close harmony with nature. Among the many animals they hunt for survival, baboon is one of the most challenging and respected catches. The hunt begins early, often just after sunrise. The Hadza men move silently through the bush, armed with handcrafted bows and poisoned arrows made from local plants like the desert rose. Tracking baboons is no easy task, they're fast, smart, and travel in groups. It requires deep knowledge of the land, wind direction, animal behavior, and absolute patience. When a baboon is successfully hunted, the group carries it back to their camp. What follows is not just a meal, it's a communal ritual. The animal is first singed over an open fire to remove the fur, then carefully butchered. Every part of the animal is used. The meat is roasted or stewed, sometimes with roots, wild herbs, or honey if available. As the baboon cooks over hot coals, the ancient soundtrack and elders around spirit and community. The Hadzabe people of northern Tanzania are one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer tribes in the world. Living near Lake Eyasi, they maintain a way of life that has remained largely unchanged for thousands of years. Central to their cultural identity and community life is music, a powerful, expressive tradition that brings the tribe together and connects them with nature, their ancestors, and each other. The role of music in Hadzabe life. For the Hadzabe, music is not a separate art form, it's woven into daily life. Unlike modern societies where music may be confined to concerts, recordings, or entertainment venues, Hadzabe music is functional, spiritual, and communal. It is not performed in the conventional sense, it is experienced and lived, often spontaneously. Music is used for celebration, after a successful hunt or community gathering. Storytelling. Passing down tribal stories, myths, and history through song. Rituals and ceremonies, including rites of passage, healing dances, initiation, and weddings. Bonding and play, around the campfire in the evening.
Cooked, gathered, and listened to the world before the world became so noisy. History, for a long time, was told from the top down. Kings, generals, conquerors. Maps redrawn. Empires made and unmade. That long, slow memory of people who walked, built, cooked, gathered, and listened to the world before the world became so noisy. History, for a long time, was told from the top down. Kings, generals, conquerors. Maps redrawn. Empires made and unmade. Battles with dates. Long, slow memory of people who walked, built, cooked, gathered, and listened to the world before the world became so noisy. History, for a long time, was told from the top down. Kings, generals, conquerors. Maps redrawn. Empires made and unmade. Battles with dates. Treaties with clauses. Crowns and swords. But that's not the only way time passed. People are hungry now for something else. A history that lives lower to the ground. Closer to the soul. Not the story. Wow!
Clicking sounds in Hadzabe names, a rare language tradition speaking head sparkles. The Hadzabe, or Hadza, people of Tanzania speak a unique and ancient language that includes clicking consonants, making it one of the most distinct and rare forms of spoken communication in the world. These clicking sounds are not just stylistic, they are actual phonemes, meaning they function like regular letters or syllables in their language. The Hadza language includes a range of click sounds, such as dental clicks, like tisk-tisk. Lateral clicks, similar to the sound you make to urge a horse forward. Alveolar clicks, sharp tongue pops made at the roof of the mouth. These clicks often appear within names, everyday speech, storytelling, and even during hunting, where communication must be silent yet clear. It's an intricate system that non-speakers find very hard to imitate, let alone understand. Speech balloon example. A Hadzabe person's name might contain a click sound that isn't written in English. It's a sound, not a letter. For example, Zany or Oma, note, the symbols like or represent different types of clicks. Globe showing Europe-Africa linguistic significance. The Hadza language is considered a linguistic isolate, meaning it's not closely related to any other known language family. It is spoken by fewer than 1,500 people, making it endangered but incredibly important in the study of human language origins. The use of clicks places the Hadza language among a very small group in Africa, including Khoisan languages found mostly in southern Africa. Brain cultural insight. To the Hadza, these names and sounds are not just labels, they carry identity, ancestral meaning, and sometimes environmental or spiritual connections. Learning to pronounce them properly is a sign of deep respect for their culture. White heavy checkmark summary. Hadzabe names with clicking sounds are a powerful reminder of human diversity. Wow! In the remote wilderness of East Africa, the Hadzabe tribe lives as one of the last true hunter-gatherer communities on Earth. Their connection to nature is not just tradition, it's a way of life, unchanged for tens of thousands of years. The day begins with the soft sounds of the savannah waking up. Hadza hunters, equipped with handmade bows, arrows tipped with poison from desert plants, and sharp instincts passed down from generation to generation, set out barefoot into the wild. They track game with stunning precision, reading footprints, scents, and animal calls in a way that only comes from living in harmony with nature. After a successful hunt, the tribe returns to camp where the real magic begins. Over an open fire, the catch is cleaned and cooked with care. Wild tubers are roasted, honey is gathered fresh from the trees, and fruits and herbs are collected from the surrounding bush. There are no spices, no modern utensils, just fire, hands, and heart. As the food is shared, the Hadzabe break into joyful dance. The beat of drums, the rhythm of clapping hands, and the power of song fill the evening air. Dancing is more than celebration, it's storytelling, it's community, it's their soul. Young children watch, learn, and join in. Elders lead with grace, passing down knowledge without books or screens, only through doing, seeing, and feeling. There is no electricity. no Wi-Fi, no concrete buildings. Yet here in the wild, under the stars, is a life full of connection, peace, and purpose. This is the Hadzabe wild, human. Witness the beauty of hunting, cooking, dancing, and eating in perfect harmony with the earth.
The night fire was born, extended sleeping story. Perfect for a bedtime tale filled with wonder, peace, and ancestral comfort. The night fire was born. Before the first footprints were etched into soft soil. Before names clung to rivers or trees. Before stars had meanings. Before time had a voice. There was only the wild. A world vast and breathing. A world without kings, borders, or noise. Where the wind roamed free and nameless through the tall grasses, and the night had no edges. Where animals moved with confidence, and humans, still new, still learning, moved like whispers among giants. They had no homes. No roof but the sky, no walls but trees. Their days were full of movement. Their nights were full of questions. They followed the herds, the rains, the blooming of berries and the migration of birds. They drank from cold rivers and ate what the land gave. Their eyes were sharp. Their ears were sharper. But at night, they were small. As the sun sank low, long shadows crawled across the land like fingers. The blue sky deepened into velvet, and the air grew cold and close. The people gathered together, bones aching from walking, bellies half full, children drowsy in their arms. They curled close, shoulder to shoulder, heartbeat to heartbeat, trying to hold them warm as the stars glowed above. There was no comfort then but each other. No protection but presence. No glow to drive back the dark. Only silence, breath, and the long hush of night creatures waking. They listened to the rustle of something unseen, to the distant calls of hunting beasts, to the winds that moved like